Hello, it's Nancy today. Boy, that's a good picture. All that light shining down on my head makes me look like an angel. Woohoo! Well, anyway, I just thought I'd phone you. I mean, whatever this is called, because I haven't talked to you for a long time. I see the only thing I uploaded today was to tell you that I finished uploading. I'm caught up. It's 7:45. Sorry about that. I don't know what I did today. What did I do today? I told you about what I did this morning. Oh, I went to town, had lunch with my daughter. That was wonderful. And I messed around a bit in town. Then I went and I got boards. I think I'm going to make another kind of a dock for the other end of the pond. I'm going to make something that can sort of stick in the mud. Hey, I wonder if I could hammer some of those posts right down into the mud. Wouldn't that be cool? And then I could walk on them. Wonder if they would do that or if they would float. I could put a post on the ground and then I could stand on it. And I bet it'll just sink right down. You know how the edge of a pond is where it's, see, it's so deep this year that it covered, I had them dig out and remove all of the topsoil, which was, you know, like a foot or two deep. Really nice black topsoil. I guess it was about 2.5 feet deep. Had them put them all at one end and that became a garden. And then everything under that was pit run gravel. So sand, a little tiny bit of clay, mostly sand and some rocks. So it's very firm, hard surface. But the water is so deep this year. See, I had it terraced, so it's several terraces, but now it's up right even with the top, which is, you know, the top soil is 2.5 feet deep, so the top terrace is about a foot below the surface. So if you stand in that, which is underwater, then your foot's going to sink right down in it. It doesn't go all the way, and it's, if there is some plant life there, and if you step on the plants, that does keep you from going way down. But it would be really nice if I could actually just get out of the water when I want to. If I have a reason to get out on another side. I think I'm going to look into this, see what I can manage down there. I discovered there were some Christmas lights out the bedroom window. I lay down for a minute. As soon as I laid down, I lay there looking at that and realized, oh look, I could use that. In fact, I could use that big peace symbol thing. That's a lot of lights on there. I don't need that. That peace symbol thing was once a big, it was a lantern. It was covered with tissue over the willow. See the willow structure over it? Kind of like the turtle. Isn't he a wonderful turtle? He's a sea turtle. And the only reason he's got that green stuff in him is because my friend borrowed him and burned green candles in him instead of white. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Anyway, so I went outside to get those lights off, and one set of lights, I had taken them down, but I had hung them up over a branch. Well, the tree grew. Ah! The branch is about 20 feet up in the air now. So I can't get those lights down without ending up breaking all the branches off, all the light bulbs, you know. I don't want a whole bunch of broken glass or light bulbs that won't work anymore. So I had another set that were in another tree that had a grapevine growing up. Well, the grapevine has attached to all these lights that were also stuck up over a branch. Wasn't as high. And I grabbed one place and I pulled really hard and it sort of hurt. You know, it hurt. And I realized that it was where a bulb had broken. And so here I was squeezing with all my might on the broken glass. So that's that. Isn't that lovely? Meanwhile, I was standing in the hostas. If you ever wondered Yes, mosquitoes do like hostas on a hot day. They get in between all those layers and layers of leaves. The layers go, how do you make your fingers go like that? The layers are that's long, that's not so long, that's long. They get in between. They get in between all the layers. And so anyway, I was standing there working with these lights, trying to pull them apart from the grapes, which have held onto everything. Oh my goodness. I went way up in that tree, which is a dying elm. Not because of the grapes, but because of Dutch elm disease. Anyway, so I got them out, but I had so many mosquitoes on my arms. And no, I don't bump up. I don't react to them. I don't get welts on me. So no, I don't have any mosquito bites. See, I did all that. Had dozens of mosquitoes all over me. But no bites. I mean, it bit me. There was blood all over my arm. And I thought, as I was bleeding, I thought, bugs love blood. This is going to attract them. But they weren't attracted to the blood. They were just attracted to me. They just loved me. And that's sweet. Anyway, so I did that, and I used up a lot of my sewn together yarn, my mop yarn. Oh, hi, Mal. And Mal's coat looks beautiful. It looks just lovely now. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. There he is. Hi, Mal. He's allergic to chicken. So if your cat starts licking all of his hair off all the time, oh man, the things I went through, the things I tried to do for that cat to get him to stop doing that. I gave him flea drops. Nope, lick all his fur off. I wormed him. Had to give him flea drops. Licked all his fur off. And I thought it was the flea drops or something, or maybe he was allergic to fleas or the bites or who knows what. Anyway, but I went to one pet store, and the girl in there was smart. She said, "Oh, yes, he's probably allergic to chicken. Most cat foods have chicken in it. Let's try this with him. This says no chicken. It's just salmon or whatever else." And sure enough, he stopped. Isn't that cool? Anyway, so I wove with my mop yarn. I've been sewing them together. It's really cool. I take the pile of mop yarn, divide it in half. Then I sew the end of one from this pile and the end of one from this pile together. So I have them overlapping like that. I run them through the sewing machine, and I leave about that much room. And I do again with another two. And I run them through, and I do the next two. And so I keep taking one from this pile and one from this pile. One from this pile, one from this pile. Put them together, run them through. And just leave little bits in between. And so I end up with this long thing of pairs of mop yarn. Then what I do is I take the end of the first one and the end of the second one, and I do them together. Zoop. And then I follow it across, and I get that one on that side and the next one, and I sew them together. And then I follow that one across, and I get these two, and then those two, and then these two, and then those two. And so I end up with all of these, and they're only about this far apart. I never sew one and then leave a big end of thread on it, because then you have to throw away all that thread. So I just make my little stitch or set of stitches through this one little group of two yarns, push it through, push the next one, and so then I just take scissors and I just cut in between them all, and then the mop yarn are together. It doesn't take long to do all that, and it's kind of interesting. Ooh. Did I make you yawn? Bet I did. See, I laughed. My teeth didn't fall out. I got them in. There, I made you laugh. I did, I made you laugh. Somebody said, how about a ladder for my dock so I don't have to walk out in this mud, since it's flooded so high that now we're into the actual ground instead of the bottom of the lake. pond. And so I thought, well, you know, a ladder, if it's a straight ladder, there's just no way I can climb up a ladder. But I could climb up a staircase. So what if I made a set of stairs and I attached them to the edges of the ladder, of the dock? But you see, the wood is going to try and float. And it'll just push I put all this wood underneath, all these logs underneath, thinking, well, I'll just stuff logs underneath the dock all the way to the ground. And then when I step on it, it'll be solid and it won't move or wash away or anything. Well, that doesn't work because all the logs float. So now my whole dock sits way up outside of the water. That didn't work. So I'd take all them back out, make my dock low again. There's no end to the possibilities. There isn't an end. It's endless. Oh, I've been rattling on a while. Well, so there you are. There you have it. You saw it here last, and you can do this at home. Or you could just go sit in front of the air conditioner and watch Nancy Today videos. Because you're probably behind. All right, see you later. Bye.